Damn, this table is low as fuck, bro. I can't even get my knees under it. So one thing I've really tried to start doing over the years is reading. So I love to say I'm super consistent with it, super disciplined with it. But the fact of the matter is that I am not. I go through kind of phases with it. A couple months I'll read pretty consistently and then I'll fall off. Sometimes I'll start a book, I'll get halfway through and then I'll read another book, go back, finish the other book. I'll just kind of hop around. I'm not one to just sit down and just hammer a whole book unless it really intrigues me or I really get immersed in it. Let's see here. But it kind of brings me to this point of why I feel like it's important to read, especially nowadays. And everybody says this. We all lack focus so much and our ability to focus for extended periods of time. Reading forces you to focus in on something and block out external forces or external stimulation. I'm sure there's a more scientific term for it. It forces you to pay attention and not think about other things for a given period of time, which is important, especially if you're a person like me. It kind of brings me back to this idea that we feed ourselves and we really put in our heads what we think we are. So for so long, I didn't think I was a reader. I didn't read a single book all through school. Actually, that's a lie. I read one book all through school from start to finish, and that was Hatchet. Other than that, every other book that was assigned to me, every other book that I was supposed to read, I didn't read. Probably why I got terrible grades. Sorry teachers, I just didn't like the fucking books. Brings me to the point where I actually got to the point where I thought I was too stupid to like reading. I thought it just, again, it wasn't my thing. That's not true. I just didn't like the books I was given to read. They didn't give us a choice. We were reading books that I didn't care about. They didn't teach me anything that I was trying to learn. I'm not a big fiction reader. Most of the books we read were fiction. I really enjoy reading philosophy, true stories. I don't like fiction. It's just not my cup of tea. But I didn't know that. I wasn't given the opportunity to explore. So one thing that I've learned over these years, I've read more books. I mean, I only read one book in school, but over the years I've read significantly more books than I ever read in school. I've experimented, tried different books. You can read a book, get into it, and then come to find out you don't even like it. Stop reading it. It's not a huge commitment, but then you can also force yourself to finish the book. Force yourself to commit to the book. It's a benefit of reading is the commitment, the focus. Commitment to focus. See where it's clicking here? So again, in school I thought I was like ADHD, stupid kid. I can't read. I can read. Most people can read, unless obviously you're illiterate. The point is, I would have never known unless I had picked up a book after school, tried reading it, or gotten immersed in a topic that forced me to read about it. First book I read after graduating high school was Ego is the Enemy. And it showed me, many people probably know that book, but it gave me an idea of what I like to read, what I'm into, what I enjoy. And I've been hooked ever since, and I've gotten into other things, and it taught me, it told me, showed me, dude, I can read. I just didn't give a shit about what I was reading. So read, immerse yourself in nature. It makes reading even better. Moral of the story, read. Two scoops of G1M. plus a bagel. Damn, that's good. I put 2 ice cubes in because it's so much better cold. We're gonna put this puppy down. Then we have an hour-and-a-half run today. Cosmo's coming with us. How can you not love that face? He's a fat ass, he's eating Nelly's food, so he's on a high protein diet. Let's get this run, baby. All right, we got an hour-and-a-half of running this morning. Super easy. And I think, like I said before, or actually I may have said it on my Instagram. I can't remember if I said it on the YouTube videos. So when I did my threshold test, it was super hot and humid. So it didn't go very well. It didn't give me very good markers, or at least I don't think it was very accurate in terms of what my true threshold effort is, because I was dying at an effort that wasn't as hard as it should be on a normal day. So my easy run pace, I think it's saying it's supposed to be slower than it really needs to be, but I'm kind of just sticking with it, sticking to the plan, and trusting in the process. I ran it a little bit faster last time. Regardless, I kind of go based on feel anyways. It doesn't really matter what the markers are, as long as I'm not killing myself during the run. We got, so, focus. So if you watch my Instagram, or if you've seen my Instagram, we do a little goo review pretty much every run, because I'm gonna be consuming so many goos. Also just fuel in general. We got some new ones to try today. I got these. These are for the bike tomorrow. We have a little over 3 hours on the bike. And I got all these bad boys today. And I think, focus, we're gonna rock campfire s'mores on this run. I don't know if I've had this one before. I feel like I have, I can't remember. But we are here, a little different spot than usual. I run here often, just not usually a long run because it's a short loop. So I'll have to run the loop like 2 or 3 times. And right up there is the pool. So this kind of becomes my home away from home during triathlon training, because I have a good running loop and the pool is right there. So it just kind of meshes together well. So let's hit this run. I'm feeling absolutely fucking shredded this morning. Could be because I'm malnourished, but whatever, we'll get it done. Fueled by a bangin' bagel and 2 scoops of G1M this morning and a damn good night of sleep. Let's get it, baby. Got an hour-and-a-half on the feet today. We're halfway through, so you know what that means. It's time to do a goo review. We got campfire s'mores here. I don't know if I've had this one before. I feel like I have, but I can't remember. Big s'mores guy. You know it's Goo brand. So it's gonna be a very thick, sticky substance going in. Don't litter. Run done. So hour-and-a-half, about 16K total, 9:05 minute per mile pace. And that felt very good. Felt pretty normal. Let the watch know during that run. yeah, that one felt good. Tried a little bit of a new route. Rather than just running a loop, I went out, ran on some new roads, and if you're ever dreading running, or you're like kind of stuck in a little bit of a rut when it comes to running, you aren't enjoying it so much anymore, try some new routes, try some new roads, try trail running, change it up, because really, if you boil running down, it's exploration on the feet. That's what it really is. I mean, yeah, there's the runner's high and stuff, but being able to get lost kind of in your surroundings helps tremendously, and that did help. So running on some new roads felt great, stayed aerobic. I think my heart rate was like 140 the whole time, or below 140, so it's good. I feel like I'm getting fitter. Running frequency is down a little bit, so 3 days a week of running, and I think it's working for me. It's working well so far. Biking is getting better, and swimming already feels like it's improving. We got to swim later this afternoon. I'm gonna go home, eat, and then we got date night tonight, so that should be a great old time. And let's go eat some food, baby. This camera does not do well with light, does it? Try to get it to focus here. All right, we're having our first like actual meal today. We started with our bagel. Other than that, and my G1M, that's all we've had. So now we got a fat bowl, non-fat yogurt, little bit of maple syrup in it for sweetener. Then we got berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and a Nature's Bakery raspberry fig bar crushed up. And then we got some rice, avocado, and 3 eggs. And we're gonna absolutely house this before we go to our swim. So we'll eat this, probably wait like an hour, hour and a half, then go to the pool and swim. The outdoor pool is open, so it makes for a much more enjoyable experience, I guess you can say, in the pool. It's sunny, again, not super hot today. So it should be a good swim. It's a recovery swim. I swam yesterday, and that was my aerobic endurance swim. And yeah, I mean, pretty chill day of training overall. Long run, swim, and food, baby. Note to self, check that pool hours. Outdoor pool is closed, so we are inside, even though it is like 75 degrees, sunny, breezy, beautiful day. We gotta swim in an old, crusty ass, post-water aerobics ass, dead skin filled, hairball, Band-Aid filled ass, nasty ass ×2 pool on this beautiful day. Very disappointed, but it is my own doing, my own fault that I did not look at the pool schedule, and I'm swimming in the middle of the only hours that they are closed during the day, which is between 1 and 4. So not ideal. We'll get it done anyways. Just figured I'd let you know how shitty this is gonna be. Was really looking forward to getting some sunlight. We're at Kearns Food Hall in Knoxville, Tennessee, because that's where we live. I'm about to piss my pants though, so we're gonna go in, take a piss, get some food. I have no clue what we're gonna get here, but looks pretty big time. College kids are out, so we gotta deal with them. It's all right. All right, we got our food here. Kind of unexpectedly got ambushed by a Jamaican guy who was trying to sell me on his food at his stand. And he convinced me pretty quickly. It was literally the first place we saw. The plan was to get a Cuban sandwich. And here we are. We ended up with a lamb shank with some rice, some tomato sauce on it. I honestly can't remember what it's called, but he loaded me up, bro. Look at this thing.
It's like 2 pounds.
This thing is like...
maybe 5. It is heavy.
Let's see if I can pick it up without dropping it. This thing is fucking dense, bro. There's absolutely no way I'm eating all of this. Bree got a burger. She can't even wait.
It's so good.
I was feeling like a burger or a sandwich, and he convinced me on the big ass lamb shank with rice. So let's get in here. Can you get a little review? Let's get in on this here. So this is the lamb shank. This was $19 after tax. Let's go in with just the lamb here first.
Is it good?
That's pretty good. I think this is the first time I've had lamb. Let's get a little bit of rice here. That is banging. I'm gonna give that an 8.8. Could use a little, I don't know, seasoning or something. Like, it's good. It feels like it's missing a little something, a little bit of flavor on the lamb. But I mean, it's good. It's really good. 8.8. Bree is going in on the burger, round 2 here. So
it's 2 smash patties with caramelized onions, cheese, lettuce, mayo, ketchup, and mustard. And I already took a bite, and it's really good. It's definitely like an 8.5 out of 10. Probably one of the best burgers I've ever had.
what burger would you say has been better?
The burger I had last week at Abridged was better, but that was probably about it.
My burgers on the grill are definitely better than this garbage. I don't even know what that is. I'm just a cheese and meat kind of guy, and I definitely have it beat. So we're gonna sit here, we'll eat this, and then we got a kayak for like 2.5 hours.
Big kayak.
Should be good. Beautiful out here. That's gonna be me. This is where I plan to do my open water swims. So, see if we can't hit this buoy. We just saw a bird in the water. I don't know what kind of bird it was. Paddle, babe. Come on, paddle. Use that upper body strength you're developing through my advanced programming methods.
I am getting stronger.
You heard it here, testimonial. She's getting stronger, bigger, stronger, faster through my programming. So again, check it out on Train Heroic. It is evolution through effort. Yeah. Check it out. It is going to take you literally to the next level. It is the very programming method I have used for periods of time of my training. So check it out. We're gonna keep paddling around here. I wanna find the bird. This is where we're swimming. This is the open water swim location. So we're definitely gonna dust that guy who just swam by us. And then we're pretty much floating out here for like an hour. So pretty relaxing. Got any words for the camera, babe?
Nope.
Babe?
My burger.
There's the bird.
There it is. It swam so far.
Whack, 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 whack.
Oh, it went back on.
I scared it. So this is gonna be pretty uneventful. See you after the kayaking. I think we're hitting a lift tonight. So big day of training, huge progress being made. See you later. I want to wrap this video up, and I want to talk about how where you put your effort really matters. And I'm experiencing this at my new job, right? So a lot of people, where you put your effort matters because you only have a certain amount of bandwidth that you can apply, or effective bandwidth, I guess, that you can apply to different things, especially things that matter in your life. So when you have a lot of things you're working on, you need to pick and choose what you're going to apply that energy, that effort, that attention to. Right now, I'm at a new job, right? And I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care about my current job all that much in terms of, it doesn't feel meaningful to me. And that's fine. Not every job needs to feel that way, but I do have a level of, when I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna try to do it well. I'm gonna try to do it to the best of my ability. And I'm gonna try to do it better than everyone else. And it's not because I'm trying to be better than other people. It's just because I know what I'm capable of. I'm gonna put it out. If people do it better, faster, more efficient than me, so be it. But I know what I'm capable of, and I'm gonna put that effort in. The problem is, and I've ran into this, and I'm running into this right now, and I was reflecting on this last night with Bree, is I've been at multiple jobs before where I put in so much effort into the job, and I'm not saying don't put effort into your job, but if you find yourself going to jobs and you consistently tend to be like, I don't want to say top performer in like a narcissistic kind of egotistical way, but your effort gets recognized generally. Some places will take advantage of this, some places will recognize it, some places will reward you for this. And depending on what your goals are, if you're putting your effort into this thing that doesn't matter to you, like for me right now, this job, I don't really care all that much about, but I'm putting in this effort because I want to do well for myself. What you realize is there's a lot of people out there who, A, they aren't putting in effort, B, they just don't have the ability to create the same output. They don't have the same capabilities. And this sounds like such a narcissistic rant. It's not a high and mighty rant. What I want people to understand is that a lot of people don't try, or they do try and they have piss poor results. If you find yourself trying and you're putting out good product, you're getting good results, you're being a top performer, and you have more you want to do, let that be your wake-up call that you're capable of doing more. You can move on and do more. There's more for you to give. If you like your job, you like what you're doing, you don't have to leave. But what I'm saying is, if you're in a spot that you don't want to be in, and you find yourself just putting in your effort, your energy into this thing, reflect and be like, well, if I put this energy into what I want to do, what I care about, how far could I get? There is an aspect of learning, developing, and getting familiar with other jobs, other tasks. There's more to work than just the work. You learn a lot at different jobs. I've had a lot of jobs, and I've learned a lot from every single job, different things from every single job. What I hate to do, what I love to do, what I'm good at, what I'm bad at, what I want to pursue, what I never want to do again in my life. Just recognize that you have this much bandwidth. Don't put this much into this thing that means this much to you. Sit back, ask yourself what matters, what you want to do, what do you care about. That could be family, that could be a hobby, it could be so many other things. Produce something you're proud of that you care about, rather than bending over backwards and having people take advantage of your desire or your need to, I guess, prove yourself to yourself. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. Where you put your effort matters. So when you have something you care about, put your effort into that. stop wasting your time on people, things, jobs, tasks, anything that you don't care about. Thank you. That's the end of the video. A little bit different from the last video I did. A little bit less training, I think. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm gonna structure these videos, I guess. But today was 3-hour bike ride, and then yesterday was like a 10-mile run and a swim. We're getting fitter, we're seeing progress. I'm gonna try to upload twice a week and check out the other videos because we're on our road to 100 subs, baby.